Dear Kuo-Yen, after 14 years in the West, you've gone back to Taiwan, your native land. From Montreal, I send you these images of Moscow, of our last days together. In spite of tension, these were joyful days of music, poetry, and friendship, which eclipsed the main reason for our being there, your participation in the Tchaikovsky Piano Competition. Pierre, could you have guessed that 100 years after your death, your music would bring about a confrontation of 153 pianists from 40 different countries?
My God, this photo looks really sad. Huh?
It was taken while I was in the Soviet Union. That's why you look so sad.
Dear friends, like all previous Tchaikovsky competitions, this 8th competition will be a wonderful festival of music. This music will be in honor of peace, of humanity, and of international friendship. We wish good luck to all competitors. Victory will go to the strongest.
I have the impression, well, I don't know if it's Rachmaninoff or the editor, but I have the impression that it's Rachmaninoff. With thumb, 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 fifth, fifth, fifth. Or maybe it's just a score.
No. It has to be like this. Without it, there'd be no line. Maybe here you could a little...
Let's do it again from the beginning. The first two are real staccato. Here. No problem. The beginning is different from the end. Alexei Bruni, Alyosha, my roommate when I was a student at the Moscow Conservatory of Music in 1978. Moon was yellow. This was our favorite song. Alyosha spent most of his time working on his own arrangements of popular American tunes from the 20s. I hardly ever saw him with a violin in his hands, although today he's one of the first violins in the Moscow State Symphony. Mikhail Pletnyov, boyhood friend of Alyosha. Misha to his friends. First prize winner at the Tchaikovsky Piano Competition in '78, when the Canadian André Laplante placed second. We were surprised to discover, Kuo-Yen, that Misha was also a composer, arranger and conductor, as well as being one of the most authoritative interpreters of Tchaikovsky in the Soviet Union.
Алло. Ничего не делай. Ничего не делай. Спасибо, что приехал, дорогой.
You know what we were just doing? Comparing the American and Russian versions of The Moon Was Yellow. Shall I put it on?
Right away?
Yes, you never heard it? It's wonderful.
He plays it as well as you?
Yes, almost.
Bring a towel, quick, there's a spill. The oil from the olives. It looks like we're ready.
Плохо разложил салфетки. Плохо. Всех обидел?
Paganini. Did you know that Alyosha won a top prize at the Paganini violin competition in Italy? Marina. A picture of her taken when Alyosha was first going out with her. I used to let them have our room in the dormitory to themselves sometimes. Alyosha would leave his tie on the door handle as a signal. These damn competitions. Music is love. How can you make music when you're part of a power game? Life was so much simpler when we met as students in Vienna 10 years ago. We used to attend the master classes of Stanislav Neuhaus when he came during the summer from Moscow. Now here we are in Moscow. Neuhaus is dead, and you're faced with two alternatives if you want to further your career as a pianist. Either you win a prize here, or you may have to leave Montreal and return to Taiwan, where you have been offered a teaching position at the National Institute of the Arts. During these past years with me in Montreal, you've discovered how difficult it is for a pianist to get ahead in Québec without having won a major prize, especially if you happen to be a woman and an immigrant. What I like about this church is the apparent total lack of symmetry.
You find that symmetrical?
No, a total lack of symmetry.
The moon was yellow in the sky. C'est trop bien.
That was terrible. My shoulder hurts.
Come on, Kuo-Yen.
It's true.
Yes, it's because you're too tense when you play.
Yes, but it hurts here.
That's because you're too tense.
But everything hurts here.
You're too tight with your shoulder here. Take it easy. Play lighter.
That's not easy, Pierre. It's a competition.
Think of your left hand.
I can't, Pierre.
Why not?
Not when
What?
Not when I feel psychologically destroyed.
Why do you feel like that?
Oh, Pierre, it's normal whenever you have to prepare so intensely for something. What a difficult piece. I can't do it. I don't know anymore.
I wanted to distance you from this competition-style etude, to bring you back to the lyricism of Chopin, especially since we were here in the same classroom which produced some of his best interpreters, people like Vladimir Sofronitsky, Sergei Rachmaninov, Heinrich Neuhaus and his son Stanislav, who spent so many hours with me working on Chopin. So I played the first ballade, which I hadn't touched for years.
That's enough.
You remember that right after this rehearsal, you admitted to being irritated by my constant advice. It's only now that I understand. In order to affirm yourself as an artist, you had to break away from my influence. I think this made our separation inevitable.
How bizarre.
It's a strange house, huh? Especially the shape of it.
I imagined something completely different.
You thought it would be different, huh? I don't remember it like this either, with such high walls. This is the dacha I tried so often to describe to you in my letters. Here Neuhaus lived with his stepfather Boris Pasternak. And here Pasternak wrote Dr. Zhivago in his studio on the second floor. It was in there that I had my lessons. It's a very narrow room, maybe 3 or 4 meters wide. That was the studio. I don't know if we can see. Oh yes, it was here. Oh, it's terrible to see the walls so bare. I don't know what they're going to do with this house. I don't know if they've touched the second floor. It was like a museum. I don't know who will take it over.
What is music? Why does it exist? I do not seek out torment. I have already lived and overcome it. Yet when I hear this sound, my life stops. O torment of torments, my beloved music.
The voice of Bélard Madolina, close friend of Neuhaus, and one of the great poets of Russia today.
Music is of 2 types. One is sufficient for me. the one for which I came, lived, and died. Yet all this is one and the same. How vast and painful it is. As for the other, it is foreign and untouchable. Oh, my beloved music. I have lived but once. Can I die twice? My time has come, by the way. Life is so sweetly brief. A beloved musician stood between music and myself. Only then did you become mine, oh my beloved music. No, you are one with him, and he is your prophetic murmur. He brought me all that you foretold, as tranquil as a fern, as meek as a prayer. Then a vivid flash of light, dangerous to the eye. Music appears so simple. It is like his smile, but there is more. Noise, wine glasses, celebrations. One of his pupils is enchanting and magnificent, but even I, humble though I may be, am also his pupil.
Bella's husband, Boris Messerer, painter and set designer, Dionysus, dispenser of vodka.
I want to begin by saying this. It's as if Stanislav came back to Earth to visit us today. I wish you lots of joy, lots of music, and lots of sadness, without which art isn't possible. To your health.
Boris showed us photos of a poetry and music recital, which Bella and Stanislav gave together when I was here in 1978. For the program, and remember, Bella wrote for me on the program that Millie, Pierre, or Dear Pierre, I wish you... I don't remember what. And I remember this evening where for me it was a revelation to hear the poetry of Bella Madalina for the first time. And I was surprised how the hall was full of people standing in the windows, standing in the aisle. But for me it was a bit surrealistic because I was catching words here and there and building my own poem. But I remember this incredible emotion from this reading. People were completely raptured.
The presence of Stanislav is real for me, even if we don't see him. I always feel in contact with him. He's the incarnation of everything that is worth keeping without stain. Any clumsy gesture, any ambiguous action, any human deceit is an insult to Stanislav, no matter where he may be now. That is why I always try to keep my soul in a state of purity, so as not to insult either Heinrich or Stanislav. Now I would like to read a little poem for our guests. I found it by chance a little while ago.
Oh, I know. It's about this studio and its atmosphere.
I'd like to read it in honor of our dear guests. It is about this house as it might be several years from now when I am no longer here. In poetry, everything is possible. That's all right. I'm still here. Or maybe I imagine I am still here. The sun's last ray blazes in the window. The music box gives one brief sob. And suddenly the mournful northern ghost ruffles a head of faded, graying hair. Like a wandering balloon, may this house fly at random above this bleak veil of tears. So that you, my simple-hearted guest, might visit the distant realm of heaven.
When I listen to Stanislav on the piano, the music sounds like suffering.
Yes, it hurts, but I'm going to buy a record of his. The way he plays Scriabin is interesting. Like the springtime of humanity, I was born in labor, I sing my country, I sing my republic. That's the central theme of everything he wrote.
3 months ago, I gave a public reading of a Tchaikovsky poem in Montreal. He doesn't look the way I expected.
Most of his life, he had very short hair.
So why did they give him long hair?
Sometimes he let his hair grow long.
Basically, isn't culture much more widespread here? You see people waiting in lines everywhere with books in their hands. You take a taxi and the driver says, "Oh, you're going to the conservatory." It's already the second round of the Tchaikovsky competition. They know it's the second round. Taxi drivers know, everyone knows. Back home, less than 10% of the population listens to classical music. Less than 10%.
But North America is a special case, don't forget. There was no base of classical music. People were there, came in boats, immigrants, looking for something. Gold, for example.
Pierre, the problem with classical music is the same everywhere. Classical music requires a particular kind of preparation. Because I can't accept any desecration. Desecration of music. Of classical music. As groups do when they play classical music, you know. Yes, jazz. And they think it's beautiful. I don't. It's something completely different.
Oui, mais je pense qu'il y a quelque chose d'élitique. Élite. There's something elitist in what you say. Like Xenakis, who says you don't do mathematics for the people. You do it to find the truth. On the other hand, music is sound, and sound is communication.
I think one tendency is complementary to the other. That's why you shouldn't ask whether something should be done this way or that. There's a tendency to go one way or another. There's room for both. Don't stop. Let's play together.
The late nights with Alyosha, Marina, and Misha, the poems of Bella, the memories of Neuhaus. You drank it all in, Kuo-Yen, and I wonder if it left you with enough energy and concentration to impress this jury.
Номер 70. Kuo-Yen Ли, Канада.
This one.
No. This. Yes. It makes two different. makes Mozart himself. And then it comes in Rachmaninoff, this one.
What?
The chapeau, the rate, yeah.
Yes, I played once. And what else?
And Mars, some Tchaikovsky. The G minor. That's very good.
We took the 1-hour train ride from Moscow and set out once more on the path that led to the Neuhaus-Pasternak dacha, drawn by something greater than ourselves.
The drawn-out mystery grew darker, but now the answer has begun to glimmer. I gaze at the church's dome at sunset and at the clear opening upwards into the sky. The immortal soul is haughty, while that which is the soul's temporary support wants to live in haste. But this spot knows all that. It is wise to refrain from guessing at the link between body and soul. Below, far away beyond the pale field, the window bears witness to this. Ever more just, ever more vulnerable, the light flickers and falters in the darkening window. Through snow and frost it welcomes me. It reproaches and forewarns me.
Neuhaus was a man who was always looking for the most difficult path. It's as if he was trying to show to what extent man is always, always vulnerable. And that's what was so admirable about him. How he was willing to show how weak one can be in the absence of love.
Neuhaus, Stasi est différent.
Stanislav was different because his passion was more important than what he thought or what he wanted to become. I think it was his passion that finally destroyed his solid side. I see Neuhaus as an impassioned man.
Vulnerability, passion, words that recall our days in Vienna. And maybe what we came back here looking for.
I always called you my sensitive giant.
It's the proximity of this house that I want to shake off, that I want to leave. It's empty now.
It makes you feel uncomfortable?
It was so full of people that I loved.
Moscow has become like that too, Pierre.
What do you mean?
Because we're going to leave.
Yes, but we won't leave it empty. Alyosha, Misha, and Marina will still be here, and everyone else we love here. We have to leave in order to have the pleasure of returning. You're crying.
Kuo-Yen.
It's so rare
Friendships like that?
to experience such happiness as that. A happiness that makes the heart so pure.
Сейчас они все вывалятся здесь, бедные дети, такие мальчики аккуратные все пришли сейчас.
Их в машине отправили куда-то в Одессу. Не знаю, может, тянуло.
Too bad. Too bad. But At least I made music.
Ja.
Das war mir sehr wichtig.
That was very important for me.
Nicht kontrollieren. Es war also,
But I couldn't control myself.
geschlagen.
It's as if my heart beat too strongly.
Ich habe gedacht, Neuhaus, nach Chopin.
After Chopin, I thought of Neuhaus. So I played Tchaikovsky inspired.
О, теперь мне надо его откинуть.
Dis-moi, what do you think about competitions in general?
I think it's something that has not much to do with music, and that it's too bad it was invented.
Ah, you think so?
At one point.
Mais comment vas-tu jouer?
You start by playing for 2 people, then they ask their friends to come and hear, and you play for 8 people.
But that's a very long road.
That's right.
It's hard.
The competition speeds up the process.
On peut devenir
You can become a star in 20 minutes.
Right. That's why I say that competition is a necessary evil.
A necessary evil.
Ну вот, скажем, Kuo-Yen Lee, так?
Let's take Kuo-Yen Lee, for example. What did she want out of the competition?
I think that from the very beginning, she felt the artificial side of it almost destructive. She felt threatened. She reacted like this.
Oui, on peut se crisper.
Yes, you can tighten up like that.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, Marina. This is, I write very bad in Occidental.
Come quickly. Look, she's going to read.
Смотри, тут целое послание.
This is the same poem
Лёшка, срочно.
for you
Yes. Excuse me, please.
with
Yes,
French
sure.
Ну,
translation
подожди,
from
ну
here.
быстрее сюда.
I hear an examination.
Oops. This is in French, so he must translate.
Он будет пригодиться.
Ну не мешайте, дайте.
Ну, тихо.
Marina, Alyosha.
Альёша.
Alyosha.
C'est à Kuo-Yen Lee, Ali, Osha. Le noyer de l'art.
Alyosha.
Ну, давай.
Mes idées qui tournoient, noyées, tournoient, et dévident le fil qui nous unit. Comme les vidoirs.
Лёшка, если ты сейчас...
Les femmes qui faisaient des choses tricotées.
Слайды
Il y
будем
avait
смотреть, да, сегодня?
le fil qui... Ou bien comme le...
Ну, читайте, ну что ж такое?
Please read it. It's for everybody.
Chez les Grecs, le dédale.
Pierre все делает бесчестно. Это все
Pierre, quand ils ont
написали.
tué
Ну,
le
как тебе, почему
Minotaure,
ты ему читаешь?
It's not fair that you read it in French, Pierre. I don't understand
pour
it.
trouver son chemin dans le...
Oui, j'ai compris.
Pierre, please don't talk. Пусть
Давай,
прочтет.
на китайском.
Come on now, read it in Chinese.
Нет. Ну как нет? Давай, давай. А то
We'll
где
never
мы?
have another chance to hear you read it.
Ну, давай. 闪光似的友情，惊醒一颗沉寂的心，照亮着，燃烧着，形成唯一意愿，紧拥住你。乐音在耳边回响，不只是音符，更多的思绪，引带着我幻想。泪水淹满我的双眼，痴想着，依恋着。我只能问你，啊，为什么这般的相会？Kuo-Yen。
Misha, translate it now. We're waiting.
Я перевел таким образом. Так. Я не поэт.
I'm not a poet, you know.
That doesn't matter.
Дружба.
Friendship has struck me like lightning.
Удар у грома.
Like lightning
Она пробудила
has
мое
pierced my
сердце.
heart.
Она
Engourdi.
Angurdi, what does it mean?
заснувшее
Has
сердце.
pierced my sleeping heart.
Заснувшее, спящее сердце. Она
It
осветила
lights
и
up and
зажгла
inflames my
желание
desire
держать
to hold you in my arms.
Музыка
Music
возникает как
rings like an
эхо
echo in my ears.
в моих ушах. Не нотами,
Music not of notes, but of thoughts, which
которые уводят,
carry my imagination away
скажем, в страну
to the realm of
снов и мечтаний.
dreams and fantasy.
Глаза полные слез.
Eyes filled with tears. Ideas that swirl and unwind,
И разворачивают нить.
the thread that unites us.
И я спрашиваю,
I ask why,
а почему
oh why, have we met?
Does that make you feel happy?
No,
Or complicated?
you can't feel happy because of that. One has to suffer.
I see.
My friend, let me say to finish. No, Kuo-Yen, you didn't fail in a competition. You established a dialogue with Russia which was profound and true. No, Kuo-Yen, our relationship was not a failure. We helped each other grow, and our path, even though separate now, will always go in the same direction. A direction of love and beauty, of music shared with one, two, with 8 others, with everyone who knows.